I decided to like hit up my boss like, hey, I'm gonna go home and be a YouTuber. Tell my mom, hey mom, I'm gonna go home and be a YouTuber. Mom is like, are you, you know?
Welcome back to Experience Gained, episode 3. As you can see, we have our best guest, SeanB. Tell us about yourself,
Hello,
Sean.
hello.
I'm sure most people know you already, but for those who don't.
I make YouTube videos about summoners or yeah, that's about it.
SeanB has some of the best
That's
emotes on
about
Twitch as well. It's a SeanB Kiss. That's Prime. But yeah.
Yeah, I stole that from Hamlin's. You know who Hamlin's is?
I do not know who that is.
Wait, he used to be one of the biggest Fortnite streamer, and he has that Hamlin's Kiss, and I'm like, that shit is funny as hell.
It's a good emote. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's so funny. Gotta take that.
Mm-hmm. No, so for a lot of you guys who don't know us, obviously I'll link all of Sean's stuff below. You know, you guys know YouTube, Twitch. I don't think you have a Twitter. You have an Instagram though.
No, let's not. I never post anything there anyway. I'm so lazy, bro. Oh my god.
True. I have one. All I post is food and nothing else. Everyone's like, aren't you a Summoners War player? I'm like, yeah, but I like to eat too. You know, I'm a thick boy.
Yeah. I'm not cool enough for Instagram, so nah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, Sean and I, actually, I would say we're quite similar in a lot of senses. You know, we've been through a lot of similar struggles when it comes to content creation. You know, we've been through a lot of the same hardships and other stuff. So I'm really excited to have you on here to talk about my experiences, to talk about your experiences. We kind of took opposite journeys. So you started with YouTube. I believe you started with YouTube, and now you're doing a lot more live streaming, kind of doing both still. Whereas I went the other way. I did a ton of live streaming, and now I'm starting to delve into YouTube more often now. So I'm really honored that you came here. I really do appreciate it. So let's go into topic 1. The first topic that I usually ask everyone is, how did you get into Summoners War? How did you find Summoners War? What made you stick with it?
A friend just introduced me to Summoners War in university. So I was playing a lot of Dota.
What year was this?
And I don't know, first year of university, 2014, end of 2014.
So you played since
I started playing when, not exactly, I think I missed the first HOH, and that's about it. I started the second HOH.
Vero wasn't a fusion back then, right?
Yeah. When he was introduced, he was the most OP unit in the game.
Yeah.
Literally the most broken unit in the game, Veromos. Everyone was having it on defense. Nobody could kill it. It's immortal.
Well, yeah, because pre-nerf healed for way more, right?
I can't remember, but there was no Lauren. There was no... Everyone was slow, so nobody could really out-cycle the Veromos cleanse, and then you only have like Bella for defense break, and then Bella defense break, Vero cleanse, so you can't do anything. Most broken unit in the game, pretty much. Unkillable. So way back, and I stick with it because you could play it anywhere you want. So I was playing a lot of PC game. I got sick of it because you have to sit there and play it for like 3 hours to make it worth sitting down to play. But you can whip out your phone and just do some arena wings for like 20 minutes anywhere. So that was my first serious mobile game, and I got hooked pretty much immediately.
Okay, you say first serious. I gotta know, what was the first mobile game?
I don't know, Candy Crush?
What was the first mobile game you spent money in?
I don't know, Candy Crush? You gotta buy the live, you know what I'm saying? And then I realized you can actually
I actually never played Candy Crush. I've never installed it. But
really?
It is one of the top grossing games still, so, you know. It clearly has done something right for the last 7 years.
Candy Crush, Plant vs. Zombie, you know, that kind of stuff.
Classic. I had it on my Mac. I just played on my computer all the time in school. But yeah, so you got in through university. A friend introduced you. You stuck to it because it was fun. You could play it anywhere. It was exactly what a mobile game should have been when, you know, mobile games came out. So from there, you started the game. You got hooked. Did you get hooked because it was accessible at all these levels, or did you get hooked because of the depth of the game? Like, what about the game more specifically was it?
Like, there was always a little bit of progression here and there you can always get, because back then there was no guides. YDCB, Nick the Greek, you know, but there was no real efficient guides. Everybody just kind of guessed what they're doing. So there's always like, oh, I found out about this. this week, next month, there's always a little bit of progression here and there. And then there was a group of friends of like 5-6 people who were playing. So it was really fun, just playing progression a little bit here and there and just keep playing for a long time.
That's good. It actually sounds kind of similar to me. I randomly installed from an ad and then I quit after like 2 days because I had no idea what I was doing. And then like a couple months later, my friends were like, dude, we play this game called Summers War. I was like, oh, I've seen that game before. So I reinstalled it and then I was just hooked like that. Hooked so fast. And at the time I'd already been streaming on Twitch. And then I was like, dude, people stream mobile games. I started watching Bomber because Bomber was the only one who really streamed back then. I used to hang out every single day there. But man, good times. Good times. Those are the old days. Those were the prehistoric era of Summers War. I would honestly, somebody asked me this the other day. They said, you know, like, what would you consider yourself as a Summers War streamer? And I just straight up said, dude, I'm like a dinosaur. I'm like prehistoric era of Summers War on Twitch. It was like B and Bomber and Scat and like Reefy and like all, and YDCB and Jubagel and oh man, those were the days. Those were the days. Now everybody streams.
There was a guy called what? Proc Ready Gaming or something.
Oh, that was the guild
guy. That
was the guild.
And then he went on vacation and then he never came back.
Yeah,
what a mad lad. He literally said that, oh, I'm gonna be back like next week. He never came back. What a mad lad.
Disappeared. Disappeared. I remember those were good times. Proc Ready is an old guild. That is a really old guild. I think most people would have never heard about it before. If you remember Proc Ready Gaming, let us know in the comments. I want to know what your stories are with Proc Ready Gaming because there's some good ones.
Ancient.
Man. But yeah, so Proc Ready Gaming, early Summoners War life. When did you start making content? Was it for Summoners War? Was it for something else?
I was making content when I think 2 years into the game. I had all the friends who play with me, they're all gone already, pretty much all gone. And nobody play anymore, just me. And then I graduated from uni, and I was unemployed because I was looking for a job for a long time. So when I had nothing to do, I was like, I had this team because back then Galleon was the pretty much best support unit in the game. But I didn't have Galleon for the longest time. Like I just can't get it. And I had Lure, the blue phantom thief, and I had 2 assassin, the dark and the wind one. So it was like I am cleaving without Galleon, the only person in this game who does this. I'm so cool. I gotta make a YouTube video about this. So my first video, double assassin cleave. Sick. With some free-to-play music sprinkle on it. Damn, that video got 10,000 views the first day, bro. I'm
really?
Like, oh, damn. Yeah. Because like everyone was like, whoa, what's this guy doing? Oh, that's so cool. You can actually do this?
Damn, you popped off right from the beginning. YouTube prodigy right here. And now exactly. Look at us. Look at you now. 100K Andy. That's a pog. That's actually so cool.
But the next video got like 200 views though, so just the first one. But the motivation was there,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good though. I mean, it's pretty cool to know like right when you start like something is just like, wow, people like this, right? Like for me, when it came to streaming, I was kind of nervous about it. I started streaming and like we played Fallout and there were like 75 people there. And back then, like you had 75 viewers. Wow,
that's kind of
like,
sick,
you have 75 years. I was like, wow, I have like 40 followers, and
not bad.
There were 75 people watching me. It was just like the most hype moment of my life. I was so validated. I felt like people actually cared about what I was doing after all the years of like being a nobody forever, right? Like your friend group, you're the nobody in the friend group. You go to university, your grades are never good enough to be the somebody. Like they were good enough, but they were never the, oh, that guy's so smart kind of guy, But yeah. So you started with YouTube. How did you do it frequently? Was it a lot? Was it like a couple videos here and there? Like what did you do with that?
I was just trying to do as many as I can because I was free, unemployed, got nothing else to do. So every day I would just like wake up, think of something to do for YouTube, do it, post it, rinse and repeat. Like when you start, it was I remember it was pretty crazy. I was just getting so many ideas and I just like keep making every day. Gotta grind. And I think it was when YDCB was at its peak as well. So like content for Summoners was like peaking really hard. So there's a lot of content. So I was like, I gotta try it really hard. But yeah, just every day every day because I was free every day. No school, no work, no nothing. And I just
the original
hunched
YouTube
over
grind.
this ancient MacBook that I hated, so laggy, and just iMovie the shit out of YouTube channel, dude.
That's dedication. That's actually like a lot of, even though like you're saying that you didn't have work, you weren't employed, like you finished school, like that it takes a lot of dedication to do something like that, to make something that like you're not making significant money on at all and doing something.
Oh, I make zero money for the first 5 months.
Yeah, like that's a lot of time and effort and dedication to put into that. So with that, like, was there anyone who like kind of influenced you into making these kind of videos, or like starting to make a YouTube channel? Like, was there anyone that you saw where you were like, I could do that better, or like you saw it and you were like, I like what they're doing, you know? Or was it kind of just like this is really cool, I have to show everybody?
Do you know Gary Vaynerchuk?
Do not.
No. Okay, so that's a social media guru kind of guy.
Okay.
So you talk a lot about like chasing your dreams, startup life, all that shit. And there was one video that I watched. It was about him talking about like, so you're gonna graduate soon. You're young. You have no baggage in what shit ever. Just do what you want. Because if you don't, then you're gonna grow to 30, 40, and you're gonna regret everything in your life. Because you should have done this when you could, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I watched that video, that 12 midnight 2 a.m. motivation speak 5 minutes video. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, man. So and then I look at YDCB videos. I can kind of make this. I don't know. Just let's go.
Well, you did it. I mean, your first video is 10K. I'm gonna have to watch this video. Is it still there? Can I still watch it?
It's just literally a compilation of normal arena fights with free-to-play music, like faded kind of music, you know? I'm faded, you know?
Yeah, that's super OG. Those things are super
the OG gaming music. Oh shit.
I remember all the compilations, all the like 360 no scope, 360 threw a knife across the map, bounced off this wall, hit the guy in the head. Like, yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, all that kind of music.
Free-to-play machinima comps. That's what they were. The machinima gaming comps.
MLG game edits.
I missed that.
Then I saw a lot of content from YD and other content creators. They were making like end game content ish, and I was like a mid game player struggling, fucking half, not even pay to win, just paying to lose, like $100 here and there every other month. So I was like, I can provide some values in the middle ground right there. Maybe people are gonna watch some guys to be more relatable, and just keep going, man.
That's good. That's good. You found your niche and you did really well with it. Obviously, YD, I think, is a huge influence to a lot of us. His content was out there for a really long time. He was incredibly funny. Even now, he's still incredibly funny. Like he is an icon in not just in Summoner's War, but in content creation. I would consider him an icon. He is. If I were to create a tier list of people that I think are relevant or important in that sphere, even though he's not like I have, 50 million on YouTube or something, like he's iconic because his personality fits so well with how honest he is about everything. He's always upfront. He's always straightforward. So that's really cool that like, I feel like a lot of us have had that kind of influence with YDCB there, especially on the content creator side. Right. I guess the hard question to ask and always is, what was the first really big hardship for you when it came to content creation? Like, was there anything that made you like, oh my God, I need to quit, or like, oh my God, I don't want to play this game anymore, or like, why am I doing this? You know?
I think the hardship change when, like, depending on where I am in the journey. Like when you start, it's definitely money, right? You're not gonna be out of ideas soon. Ideas always there, but it's gonna be money. You're not making money, so it's gonna be a big why in your head. Why are you doing this? Why are you just putting so much time into this for no return whatsoever? And with no money means no cool microphone, no webcam, no PC to edit. So you're struggling to make the bare minimum content.
5 PC monitor rent.
Dude, stream deck, analyzer, fucking moderator stance, sound filter, 6 monitors, pedals, drums, gaming guitar controllers, 6 consoles, 10 computers, bunch of fucking wires, sound pads, speakers, antenna, satellites, dog cam, cat tree, cat this, and a bunch of dogs, dude, right? They're ready to fucking analyze NASA's landing speeds, dude.
Yeah,
cat cam,
like,
dog
on
cam.
This MacBook, like fucking iMovie, like, oh, gotta zoom in here, it's so hot, god damn it, you know. So that's like the first part, but that is when I have so much idea all day, every day. I used to wake up at 3 a.m. Oh shit, I got this cool guild idea, gotta write down before I forget tomorrow, kind of thing. But that's the early part, and then there's the middle part where you try so hard to grow, but you don't know how to grow, because you're gonna reach a point where, like, how do I really grow, right? Instead of just like being like small, like just a downstairs shop that people come around once in a while, nobody really cares. So you're trying to post on Reddit, you're trying to post on Facebook, you're trying to make content, you're trying to copy someone else, you're trying to make this clickbait title, that clickbait title. You try so hard to grow, but you're just stuck in the middle part, you don't know what to do. And then I think there was one part where I had a job in Singapore after like a year, and I had to decide whether I want to keep doing YouTube or stop doing YouTube, because there's no more purpose when I have a job, a full-time job already. I got to dedicate my brain to the job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do I quit? Do I keep doing? I decided to quit, and I went for the office job. 6 months later, I hate the job, and like, do I come back? Do I continue to work in the office? So that's like another big question I keep asking myself every day. Back then when I went to work, like, I could be making YouTube video right now. Man, this is so boring, dude. What the fuck? Wasting my time here? Shit. So I went to a lot of like...
I know what you mean on that. I know what you mean a lot on that, because it's a lot of like, in my experience with the business world, it was a lot of like, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. It's like, get everything done and then wait. And then it's like,
yeah,
well, can I do something? And they're like, no, don't do anything. Just wait.
But can I do something else in
do
office?
Anything and just sit there. No, don't. No. Can I
sit there.
Learn something? No. Don't do anything. No. But I could learn how to use spreadsheets. No. That you're not paid for that. You're not paid to learn. You're paid to sit there and shut up. Paid to do your work and then shut up. Yeah, I hated that life too. So I know what you mean. I know very clearly what you mean, and it hits very close to home.
Yeah, it sucks. So I decided to come back, and I decided to just, after work, just start grinding again. It used to be after work, chill, watch TV, go for a drink with a colleague. But like after that, no. After work, go back home, have a quick dinner, start streaming. After stream, make YouTube video. So the biggest hardship then was I was just dead tired every day. I was so tired.
Is that around when you started streaming on
single
Twitch?
day.
Or did you stream before that?
Yeah, that's when I started streaming on Twitch.
Okay. So that's probably
go back
around when
home.
we met, I think, around then. Because
Yeah, so
I remember when we met, you were still living in
Twitch
Singapore.
Streamer.
Hmm?
Oh, that's when I started discover like Twitch summoners or streamer.
Mhm.
I will still remember like your layout was kind of different. Like you have this small camera at the corner, lower right corner, and like your room, and like I can't really see where you are.
It was
like,
still in this room. It's just a different
it's so
angle. So
small,
my old setup used to be at that desk right there.
Uh-huh.
So there's actually 3 desks. There's one on this side, one on that side, and then this is the window behind me. And then I have a desk in front here. But those are all attached to walls, and my desk is a sit-stand desk. So like I've kind of I used to stream over there, facing this way, and then I streamed over there facing this way, and now I'm over here. Gone full circle. But yeah, I've never left this room for streaming.
Nice. But yeah, so I was just tired every day, but it was fun though, interesting. Just trying to grow again. And I think up to a point where I was going to a lot of Comtours event overseas, and I was having a lot of fun meeting people in like gaming, doing gaming industry, and just commentating and just getting more involved as well in the summoner sort of thing. I was like, maybe I can quit my job. So I struggled with that for another like 3 months, and then I decided, you know what? If I don't do this, I would never do this anyway. So I decided to like hit up my boss like, hey, I'm gonna go home and be a YouTuber. Tell my mom, hey mom, I'm gonna go home and be a YouTuber. Mom is like, are you, you know, like almost had a stroke. You know, I'm like,
What'd your boss say? Did you actually tell your boss that?
Yeah. I mean, he kind of know I make YouTube video, so it's like, oh, I see, I knew it. It was coming. So we had a chat for like an hour. He also tell me about his young dream he had back in the day. Blah blah blah. It's like, go chase your dream, boy. Go.
I like that though. He was supportive. He was like, you know, do what you got to do.
Yeah, it was a cool boss. Like, it was a great company. It was cool colleagues, but I just hated that I had to go there every day and pretend that I'm doing something. It's kind of lame. So yeah, I went home. First 4 months, make negative money. Again, back to the money. Oh shit. I had student loan, I had rent, I had bills, and I make negative money. Oh shit. So the grind was real. Was this? Every day. Gotta grind until my money become a little bit positive so I can start breathing again.
How long ago was this?
2 years ago? Yes. Yeah, I think end of like 2018. Came back to Vietnam and like,
that's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't even believe it. Because 2020 was like so quick, right? So it's like, that's a year already.
Well, I remember when that happened too, because you told me, you're like, hey, I'm gonna move back to Vietnam. It's like, I don't know if my internet, like, I don't know if I could stream. I was like, oh, like, I don't know if I can make YouTube videos. I was like, I hope you have a good job. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, around then is I think when we started to talk more and we became closer friends. Like, we started to understand kind of everything. Yeah, I think, and then a couple months after that, I think was our first collab.
Really?
Probably. I think so.
So after I went back and until now, it's just a constant grind though. Constant grind. And I also realized when you really put full-time dedication, attention to it.
Oh, one second, Sean, your camera's the lagging. Yeah. So you were saying basically ever since you got back 2018, it's been a grind. Every day.
Yeah. But when I realized that if you put all your attention to it, and your dedication to make content, then that's when it really started growing. Because I think I came back to Vietnam at like 20K subs. And that's when I really start to see growth, like 2K, 3K a month increase in subscribers, videos view getting more consistent, and the workflow just become more consistent as well when I have more time to like actually make video, actually stream normally. And when that happened, the hardship become, what do I make next? Because when you finish with a YouTube video, you finish with a day, you don't finish it. Your brain start working on the next video already. So there's no downtime ever if you make YouTube content, especially if you make YouTube content every day. It's always, you're done with this. All right, what's next? You make a banger, a popular video that got 50K, 100K views. All right, what's next? It's always what's next. So it's every day, every hour of the day, no downtime. So yeah, it's a constant struggle.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And I kind of going through your story, like as you timelined it down different things, like I can relate back to like my own experiences when it's like, hey, that's when I felt like that. That's when I felt like that. For me, it was kind of a different order of things. Like I reached a point where I was growing really, really well, and then it kind of hit me really hard. There was a huge period of burnout, and there was a huge period of like extreme anxiety and depression that kind of just changed everything, right? When I first got partnered, I think 4.5 years ago, I was getting like 350, 400 viewers. And back in 2016, like those were big numbers. Like if you were getting 300, 400 viewers, you're probably what the equivalent is right now, like 1,000. Like you were a popular streamer. People knew you, people liked you. Or people hated you and really liked watching you because they hated you. But that was kind of the thing. Like I reached this point where I was growing and I was pushing and I was going so hard, and it hit me like a brick wall. And I basically didn't stream with a camera for 2 months. I streamed infrequently and everything. I basically just like fell off the map when it came to streaming. And I even looking back now, like I don't know, like there were a couple factors to it that I could pinpoint, but a lot of it came down to like, I think I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I really felt like what I was doing didn't mean anything to anybody. And I know that that's not true because there were people there validating the fact that like it was working, but there was just something in my mind at the back of my head that just told me like, what you're doing is wrong. Just stop, quit, give up right now. You know, there were relationship things going on, and like I was ill, so it was like a lot of physical health stuff too. But that kind of leads me into the third topic that I wanted to bring up, and I think this is a really important topic about for life, and especially for content creators. It's the topic of burnout. I think a lot of people know about burnout or have like an idea, but they don't really know deep down what the burnout is, and they don't understand how to deal with it and how to cope with it, or how to kind of see signs of it. But I guess what I want to know first is like, if you're comfortable sharing with it, obviously, you know, if you're not comfortable, we can move to a different topic. But did you ever have any significant signs or moments of burnout along your content creation career?
I mean, all the time.
Yeah, true. It's true.
Pretty much.
It's true. Like every day by the end of the day, you're just
time.
like, do I still want to do this? And you kind of just like pick yourself up and keep going.
I mean, there's so many days when I wake up and be like, damn, I don't know what to do today. Shit. And there were weeks where I was like, damn, this game's boring as hell. And there's nothing to do. So yeah, it happens a lot. And it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, shit. There were weeks where I didn't post anything for like a week or two. It's like, oh, shit. I just don't know what to do. There's nothing to do. Even though there were things to do. Like, Jubego posts twice a day. That man is beyond burnout. That man is like a charcoal already. He can't burn anymore. And I was like, how the fuck can this man post twice a day? I can't even post once every 2 days.
When you are completely
kind of
crispy because you've just gone so hard in the paint.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I was like, damn, that's insane, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, there are many periods where I just like, yikes, I don't want to do this shit anymore, kind of thing. And like when you just randomly sit down and think about like the future, like how long am I gonna be doing this? Like people who have a job can probably keep their job for a couple years, but our career can end tomorrow for whatever reason. Literally end tomorrow. I wake up, my YouTube channel get banned. I don't know for what reason. Then I'm fucked. Like, right? So
that's why. I mean, that's why I take the DMCA thing so seriously, right? Like with DMCA's on Twitch, like I don't play copyrighted music anymore. I don't play anything that's not like confirmed safe or like in a good place, right? I don't want to take that risk because if I lose my Twitch channel, I basically lose my livelihood, right? I'd have to start from scratch. I don't know what I would do. Right? We take such a strong dive into what we do, and it requires so much time and dedication that we don't really have a lot of time to make safety nets. Obviously, we learn a lot of really applicable life skills. Like I am pretty proficient with like Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office, as well as like basic Adobe Suite stuff, right? I can do accounting fairly well like I could work towards becoming a CPA and stuff like that, right? Like I can do basic administration stuff, right? But I know that if I had to do that, I would hate my life again. And that's exactly. That's a significant fear for me, is thinking about it and being like, man, if my channel dies tomorrow, how much am I going to hate my life for the next decade?
I don't know, man. If my channel died tomorrow, I'm just gonna probably start from scratch. Because one comfortable thing that I see is the growth of other people that start with a new piece of content, that like a new game, for example, right? We all know Tactone. I was there. I was the first few hundred, or maybe the first 100 subscriber, because he posted a clip on Reddit. So I was like, oh shit, this thing is funny. So I get to see him and many other small channels just literally go from zero to hero, pretty much, and full-time living, you know, comfortable with a new game, new content. So if I were to lose everything in Summoners tomorrow, I'm probably just gonna hone my sword, you know, live in a cave, prepare for my next move, kind of thing.
Go into the hyperbolic time chamber and come out like
5
million years in the future, like hard as a rock.
Yeah, normal burnout, bro. I'm an ice cold.
Yeah. Oh, for
But
sure.
yeah, I can never imagine going back to like doing corporate job unless I really have to, because we're not that young anymore, right? We soon will have people depending on us. So
Yeah,
whatever
actually,
works.
yeah. I mean, not so
5
much
years
for me
ago,
yet,
oh,
but
I'm young as fuck, right? I don't have nobody depending on me. I can do whatever I want.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we're kind of in that in between period where we're like getting older, but we're not quite there yet. Like I'm only 25. Getting
I'm
there,
like
but not quite there.
27. I'm like 27 soon. Oh, yikes.
Yeah. But yeah, just to slightly reel it back to the topic of burnout. I know a lot of people don't exactly know how to talk about it when they want to talk about like I am feeling burnout, especially if you're a full-time creator, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, you do TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, right? I think it's really important that if you feel signs of burnout, that you reach out to other people in your communities, especially other creators, especially people that you trust, right? And get their opinions on things. Talk to them. Learn about their experiences, It's not about copying somebody else's journey or like this is the surefire way to like fix your life or improve your content or like blah blah blah, right? Content creation is a lot of trial and error, and it's a lot of failing. It's a lot of failing. You fail a lot at a lot of things and you figure out what works for you eventually. Right? Every day I still struggle through different things and try to figure out what works for me, what doesn't work for me. And those things changed week to week, month to month, day to day, year to year, right? What worked for me in 2018 and 2019 might not work for me in 2020 and 2021, right? Like now I'm doing Pokemon and I'm doing Summoners War because I am so burned out of streaming Summoners War every single day for a year because it's just the same thing every single day, right? Like, sure, Pokemon breaks the same thing. You open cards every single day, but like, I have 26,000 followers on Twitch. I have 1.8 million views on Twitch. I have seen like 80% of the people who have come through Summoners War in the last 5 years. I swear, I have seen so many of the people like type in chat or they've interacted with me or they've asked a question or something that I needed to find more people to talk to about something else. And it's not like I don't want to talk about Summoners War. It's not like I don't want to talk to the same people. It's I just want to see something new and see what it's like, right? It's about experiencing different things because a lot of people come to my stream now and they're like, did you quit Summoners War? Do you not want to play Summoners War anymore? Are you going to abandon us? Are you the next island girl leaving us? It's like, no, I just need to see something different. Like if you looked at the exact same food, if you ate the same thing for breakfast every day for a year, you would hate eating breakfast. Right? Like it's the same thing for me with Summoners where I get up, I get ready for the day, I do stuff, I prepare emails, all that shenanigans, right? And then 7 p.m. comes around, start the stream. Same thing every day. Right? I've been streaming 484 or something days in a row. Like that's only a year and a half. Like I've been streaming for 5 years. It's so much, right? I guess I've digressed a lot on the topic, but the point is that if you feel like you're burning out or you feel like you're stuck and you're unsure of what to do, I almost always urge you to try something new. It doesn't have to be drastic. It doesn't have to be this incredible thing. It doesn't have to be a $10,000 investment. It could literally be as simple as I would like to download this new game and try it out today. Or I want to go to this new stream and interact with people in that community. Or I want to try this new restaurant. It could be any everyday things that are simple. But the point is that we get into such a repetitive sequence that we forget how to live sometimes. And I think it's really hard. It's really hard. And a lot of viewers will never see it. A lot of viewers will never see it because the way they experience burnout is very different. I think content creation burnout is very unique. It's very unique to content creators.
I don't think so. I think burnout is pretty universal. I think it can be as simple as you getting sick of just doing the same thing every day. Like everyone in the office world will probably burn out at some point, but they can't leave it because that's leaving a paycheck, right? It's
Exactly.
like us. We get burnout on Summoners, but we can't leave it to play another game because you have to start from scratch. That's leaving the paycheck as well. So I think everybody get burnout at some point. It's just how we deal with it that's important, because you can't avoid it, because our life, we will probably be stuck at doing something repetitively every day to make a living. So we're probably gonna get burnout no matter what we move on next to. Like, maybe Alan Grown's gonna get burnout from opening Pokemon card in a year or something. Then he have to move to something else. But the thing is, to viewers, burnout is like, oh, mega lol, burnout again, another guy burning out. Yikes. Because I think having change to everybody is not a good thing, right? Nobody wants change. Everyone wants, their entertainment to be like that every day. I want to go home at 6 p.m. I see OnceInLuv stream. I want to see some fucking RTA. He opening cards today, big yikes, dog. Why are you quitting, Because they are burning out of their own shit, so they want to go home to get comfortable in this, and their fucking entertainment is burned out. They want to do something else. They'll be like, oh,
all right, that's well phrased.
How fucking dare you burning out on entertaining me?
That's very well phrased.
It's just a funny interaction between, like, because to the entertainer, this is a job, so they're getting burned out of their job as well. Imagine you going downstairs to get your chicken rice, and suddenly the uncle will tell you, actually, we're selling beef rice today. You'll be like, that's insulting. You're offending my routine. How dare you not selling chicken rice? I've been eating this thing for 5 years. You feel the same as well.
Yeah.
So
I think I failed to articulate that, because I do agree, like, everyone feels burnout. I guess my comment with, like, content creation burnout being unique was more in the sense of, like, because we are technically free entertainment, it's kind of a weird form of burnout, because people have weird expectations, and people have weird expectations of us as creators, and a lot of the time they don't even treat us like people. Like, we are not viewed as people. We are viewed as entertainment.
We're just TV, but a little bit more interactive TV.
Or like TV,
like, you can't interact
swear
with Tom and Jerry, but you can interact with Tyler and Sean, right?
Yeah.
That's
we're like the Tom and Jerry show, except we can swear at each other, and it's okay.
And you can't ask Tom and Jerry why Tom keep chasing Jerry, but you can ask Tyler, why you breaking Pokemon cards, and Tyler will probably have to fucking answer that in some way or another. So that's the thing. So there's an interaction right there. But yeah, every time I burn out, I just remind myself that it's either I do it the hard way, that you gotta pay the bills, so get up and work, you fucking pussy, that kind of thing, or maybe just find something really ridiculous in the game to do, like something I haven't done before. Like, there was a time where I was like thinking about doing the beginner account for so long, and then I finally did it, and it was a huge success for the channel, and I was happy. And then I was doing RTA the normal way for the longest time. I was like, fuck it. People say slow cleave is trash. I did slow cleave and get Guardian. So that was fun for a while as well. So I was trying something to just do, and not the same old thing, but in the same sphere, for example. So that's what I do with Burnout, to try and mitigate the damage and still do. Of course, I want to play some other games for the YouTube channel, but I was a pussy, that's simple as that. Then I didn't have the courage to jump for something else, to
we talked about that.
Sort of restart again, like Genshin, Seven Deadly Sin, Grand Cross, Arc Knights. There's so many big games that came out recently, but I didn't dare to do anything because I was scared. It's like quitting another job again, and it was not easy, because now I have no fallback plan, kind of thing, if I quit Summoner's War, for example. So, but I have to do it at some point to probably stay sane and not go crazy. But when and how, I'm still trying to figure it out. But
yeah, it's
because
hard.
As I said, there's a lot of example of people succeeding already. So I'm still just analyzing, making my master
your audio is
plan to
lagging
conquer
now.
the world one day. Where was I? I was too passionate.
You were talking about being afraid to start a new game, and then the last thing you said was like, I'll need to do it. I'll need to do it to stay sane. I will just need to find the right time, right? And I don't know when that is
I
yet.
think that's about it. I'm just observing how everybody does it So when I do it, I'm not gonna fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a scary thing. Even like little things like changing your schedule, for example. Like I've streamed almost 500 days, 6 p.m. Pacific every day. I mean, obviously there's been days that I'm early or late, or like we move the stream and stuff like that. But like, I'm afraid that if I move my schedule any more than 1 hour, I will lose half of my viewership or more. like imagine if I just started streaming in the morning.
Crazy. I stream every random hour of the. I just randomly stream. Like, hey.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But how do you do it? Like, streaming every day is the quickest burnout plan I've ever seen, right?
Yeah, I do know that.
That's like burnout 101. Like, if you want to burn out quick, just do the same shit every day.
Yeah. So I got into it because I was spending a lot of time with a couple specific friends. I had a friend group of like 5 or 6, which kind of grew, where there was another big streamer in the group. My friend Spofi, which is the person who I lived with in the States when I was stuck there with COVID, or not with COVID, because of COVID. And so like I streamed really late and they're on the East Coast. So like it never really made sense for me to stream late all the time. So I was like, okay, I'm going to adjust my stream schedule to just be the same as yours so that we can all just like hang out afterwards. And I just randomly did it one day and then I stuck with it for a long time, like a really long time. And nowadays, like now that I'm home and we're all kind of like busy with different things, like I want to still honor that time slot and continue to stay on it. But at the same time, it doesn't really make sense for me. So I say 6 p.m. PST. I'm in Mountain Standard Time, so it's actually 7 p.m. for me. My family has dinner at 7 p.m. every day, so I miss dinner with my family 6 days a week. I only have dinner with my family on Sundays because I start stream late on Sundays.
You can just start at 8 p.m., right?
Exactly, but that's the thing. Like in the past, I didn't do that because I always wanted to end at midnight so I could hang out with my friends. All right. Because for me, that social interaction is the thing that drives me and allows me to fight burnout, right? I'm a very social focused person. I love to interact. That's why this podcast interview series thing is amazing for me. That's why I love doing the podcast every week, the Algorhythm podcast, right? That opportunity to interact with other creators and the opportunity to interact with chat that's different than my own is something that I crave. I'm a social person. I like to be part of clubs. I like to go to meetups. I like to go travel. I like all of these different things. I like talking to random people I've never met because it's just fun to kind of just see other people's experiences in their lives. And with COVID, it has been especially difficult for me to deal with all that burnout because I can't do that. I can't do that with 99% of things. So instead, what I have done is I have started to pack on hours and hours of work. I stream 7 days a week. I put out 5 YouTube videos a week. I do Pokemon breaks, which means researching, purchasing, picking up, shipping, packaging everyone's stuff, making sure it goes to the right place, invoicing, double checking everyone's stuff. It's a lot of work. But I do it because I think I would go insane without it.
Yeah, gotta get busy somehow.
I would just sit here and watch anime, and I'd watch 14 hours of anime every day. Stream for 5 hours, 14 more hours of anime. Go to bed, wake up, eat dinner, whatever, anime. Or like video games. I just played nothing nonstop. Just Dota Auto Chess, TFT, Valorant. I would lose my life to these cycles because I would have nothing to do.
Exactly. Burnout 101 right there.
Yeah. And it's weird because like for me, like my solution to burnout is to do more things. Because for me, burning out is being bored. Which is why I feel burned out of Summoner's War, because for a long time I felt really bored with the game. I felt like nothing was changing, right? That's why I waited so long. And then they hit us with the Shift update, and it was great. And then they hit us with the Street Fighter update. And it was great, except they were all shit. And now that we can use them in RTA, they are so good and so fun, and I'm just enjoying the game. But I'm also enjoying the game because I'm not forcing myself to play it 24/7. And I'm allowing myself to choose what I want to do. I don't feel compelled to do RTA every day. I don't feel like I have to play RTA every day. Some days, we're just going to chill and farm and chat, talk about life. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about experiences. We'll talk about whatever.
It's the one random guy that go into chat. Oh, Tyler, when are you going to do RTA?
I'll be like, tomorrow, dude.
We're doing RTA.
Tomorrow. Like, you want to, if you don't want to be here because I'm not playing RTA, come back tomorrow. I'll be doing RTA, you know? But like, this might be the first time in my life for the last 2 weeks that I have felt comfortable doing the content that I like and not being strictly focused on the numbers, right? Because as a Twitch streamer, it's important to maintain a good concurrent viewership for sponsorship opportunities, right? Companies don't really want to sponsor people who don't get good views or don't have tight communities and all those things. My average viewership on my dashboard is usually like 200 to 210-ish, right? Sometimes in the lower 170, 180s. This last month is probably 100 because I just stream what I want when I want. Like, I don't do Summoner's War and then Pokemon breaks. I just do Pokemon breaks because today I feel like just hanging out and chilling with the boys, right? Or, hey, I want to do a Pokemon randomizer. I started doing that on Sunday. It was great. It was a ton of fun. I actually love it. I slotted it in twice a week into my schedule because I'm having so much fun with it. I'm finally in a place where I feel like I am happy with what I've built. And that doesn't mean that I'm complacent. That means that I'm proud of myself. And it means that I have I have that level of self-worth and self-love to know that what I am doing, I am okay with it. And I want to keep working on it, cherish it, and build it to something better. For the longest time, I was always scared, like, I do all these things, nobody will come. Do these things, nobody will come. Do these things, nobody will support me. Nobody will donate. Nobody will subscribe. Nobody will give me bits. None of these things. And I'm finally at the place where I'm going to say, I'm going to do the things that I like. I'm going to do the things that I'm interested in. And hopefully I have a community, and I do. And hopefully I have a community that will support me in my dreams and also be a part of it with me. I just think that's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's why streaming, making content is fun as a job, right? Because you are interacting and influencing and affecting everybody who watch you on a day-to-day basis, pretty much. If you do a job, you don't really know who is affected by what you do, and does it really make anybody happy or sad at all any day. So I think this is the cool part. And when you're comfortable with what you said just now, then that's even cooler. Maybe I'm gonna get to that part one day. But you're gonna turn on and see me play Plant vs. Zombie.
Dude, it's gonna be sick. I'm gonna be there the whole stream. I'll be like, guys, I'm ending stream. We're watching Sean playing Plants vs. Zombies. I'll be back tomorrow.
Shit.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, we've kind of gone through a lot of topics and stuff. Do you have a secret question that you want to ask me?
Secret question.
Yeah, I do these little secret questions basically for the interviews. You can ask me anything. I won't know what it is beforehand. I'll try my best to answer it. And when you're finished, I'll ask you one as well.
Maybe you go first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah,
okay.
Go first.
So my secret question for you involves kind of the difference between Twitch and YouTube for you. Now, if we were to talk money aside and in terms of like the long term, do you feel like if you could start from scratch 5 years ago, I'm not saying now, I think 5 years ago, knowing what you know now, if you could only choose one, would you choose Twitch or YouTube, and why?
YouTube, 100%.
You pick YouTube. Okay, why?
There's no schedule. I mean, I may have a schedule to post a video at 5 p.m. whatever, but when I work on it is not gonna be decided by Twitch chat or schedule, right? Streaming, there should be a schedule. If you want to really, really grow, you want to be there every day. You want to be everybody, Tom and Jerry. You're gonna be there at that time, do the same thing, and yeah. But YouTube is different, so I can work on when I want and what I want, and also I can fix if I fucked up in editing, right? So but stream can be spontaneous, so that's a different story. But I like to at least have a look before I show my content, for example. So if there's any like not funny stuff, improvement I can do, then I can do it. But live, live is live, baby. No fixing here. You gotta deal with it on the spot, kind of thing. And yeah, and you can pre-work in YouTube. I can pre-upload upload, and like if I want to go holiday for 5 days, I can go holiday for 5 days. You don't want to miss 5 day stream when you're full-time streaming. That is fucking killing yourself. So yeah, I'll take YouTube over Twitch any day, honestly.
Okay, so my secondary portion of that, because I had a feeling you'd pick YouTube, and I had a feeling it would be for the non-scheduled portion. I feel like I know you well enough to kind of make that assumption, but I think a lot of people...
Such a fucking typical YouTuber.
I mean, honestly, it is a good answer though. Like the more I think about that, it's like, wow, it would be really nice to take a vacation. Like my parents have asked me like, hey, do you want to go here, you know, for like a week or something? And I'm like, I can't. The answer is always I can't. It's not I don't want to or I won't. It's I can't.
I'll be like, when? How?
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's a different mindset. But the secondary subset question I want to ask you that kind of goes along with that is like, at what point in your journey alongside YouTube did you feel like you started to actually make money? And I don't mean like you made ends meet. I mean like where you started to like be like, wow, I can put money in savings, or I can look forward to this, or I can look forward to that. Because I think a lot of people are like, I want to be a YouTuber. It's like, I have no idea at what point I'm going to start making money. And obviously it's going to be different for everyone because all of the analytics are different, the RPM, the CPM and stuff like that. But like for you personally, at what point in your journey did you feel like that kind of swapped over for you? Was it like when you were making a video every day? Was it when you were getting a certain amount of views? When you had a certain number of subscribers? Like what did you feel like you started noticing it?
I think for the first year, I was making like a couple $100s per month. That was enough to live as a single person living in the mother basement kind of thing. You know, you can live off a couple $100 a month. But when I start making like every day, you know, video up every day, and when you start getting like 20, 30K views like every day, you can start earning like $1,000 per month. I think that's where you'll be like, oh, okay, I can kind of eat and survive and maybe, I don't know, buy something, for example.
Maybe I can buy a Devilmon pack.
Yeah, exactly. And then suddenly when Raid Shadow Legend hit up your door, you'll be like, oh, I can buy stuff now, you know, kind of thing. But for real though, I think you should focus on just making content for like a year. You should expect nothing in return, honestly. And when you grow to a decent size, like I say, couple 50K subs, 20, 30K views a day per video, then you can start, okay, maybe full-time is not a bad idea, because you start having influence. You start getting brand deals. I think that's where a lot of money come in as well. People start valuing your channel, and they start putting money into you, and you start making frequent content. You find your workflow. You can start producing consistent content. Then you start making actual money. Because when you make here and there, you know, you're trying to still finding your style, your views inconsistent, then it's hard. It's really hard to make money, or to justify this is enough money to keep living with it, you know? So
yeah, I feel it. I mean, like even me, like I don't really do a lot of YouTube content. I've started to put a lot of time and effort into it, but like that's a question I've always been curious of as well. Like, you know, outside of like other people who are interested in that stuff, like I don't really know a lot of like really big YouTubers who focused on YouTube, right? Like I think it's you and Tectone. I think that's it. I don't really know any other big YouTubers like super well or anything. So it's always interesting to get your perspective.
He spent like a year dabbling here and there, different games, trying to find his way, his style, his game, his community. And when you start to hit it, you hit it hard, right?
Strike the iron while it's hot.
So for him, he literally just flipped the switch, right? For me, it's more of like a gradual, just going up slowly. So yeah, you can either grind for a year for nothing and be an overnight success, or you can just grind gradually as well and also make a comfortable living. Like I'm in a comfortable spot. I have savings, I can buy stuff, I can upgrade my equipment, all that stuff, and I hope to keep growing as well. There are months where, oh shit, I make so much less than that month where I hit off with the views, and that will give some extra stress, but I'm still okay. Like for now, I think I make like 30K views average And I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
I strive to do that one day. I strive to be able to say that I get 30K views a day.
Yeah, and you'll be like, you're doing okay.
That's the dream.
And sometimes, you know, the algorithm be like, oh, SeanB being good boy today. Let me put you that recommended, son. And like, oh shit, it's getting 50K. Hell yeah.
Well, it's good for sure, for sure.
Twitch sucks, huh? No recommended, no algorithm to randomly push you, because the algorithm can only push you up. I think if your content sucks, gonna sucks. Like there's no denying it. Algorithm would not really punish you, but the only thing I've seen is algorithm just push you up randomly, and when it does, you gotta catch it and like utilize that moment.
So since you mentioned Twitch, I will give everyone a secret about Twitch. Please excuse my language when I say this, but Twitch fucking hates you.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Well, think even like base things. Think about this: when you go to Twitch and you go to your follower tab, the people you're following, it always shows the biggest streamers at the top, right? There's no sort option to look at the smallest streamers or like the people with the least amount of views. There's no way to sort by a game. There's no way to sort by a language or a tag. Like you don't want to watch only Nuzlocke, or you only want to watch this or that, or like randomizers, right? Like there is no discoverability on Twitch. Twitch as a platform is not designed for you to grow. Twitch as a platform is designed to take your money. Right?
No wonder I keep watching Pokemon. God damn it.
Like I honestly, people think that I make a lot of money. They are so wrong. They are so wrong. They are so wrong. The thing is, there is this facade where people think that if you are like a partner or you have like so many subs or whatever, like you make a lot of money. The thing is, you make okay money when you compare it to somebody who works 40 hours a week, maybe. Like, but I also put into my stream, like I stream 35 to 40 hours a week off of stream. I am working at my computer on things either for YouTube or for sponsorship deals or emails or social media for another 25 to 30 hours a week. That's 70 hours. On top of that, I'm interacting with other creators. I'm interacting with brands. All in all, it's very easily 90 to 100 hours a week for me every single week. And there are no breaks. There are no vacations. There are no days off. There are months where you do better. There are months where you do worse. Sometimes you just get really lucky, but for the most part, nobody's doing any favors for you. And you got to work really, really hard. So when you compare like that to like the average way, like if someone's making like 27, 30K a year, right? But they're only working 40 hours a week and they get holidays and they get paid vacation. I don't get holidays, right? When a holiday rolls around, I work even harder because I know that on Christmas through New Year's, people need something to watch. So I will stream 10 hours a day for 7 days a week so that people will have something to watch. Holidays don't exist for us. So like, it's a totally different lifestyle. And I guess I've just slowly become tired of people making assumptions about the way I live my life and the things that I do, because what you see on camera is not nearly what you see, all the work that we have to put in. You just see the fun stuff. You get to see the stuff that's like not really work, but still kind of work. Like the work is dealing with the people who are assholes. The fun stuff is just having a good time with chat, which does happen fairly often. But then you don't have to see all the grueling hours of work that nobody wants to see. You don't have to see the person who stocks the shelves at Walmart or stocks the shelves at Costco like overnight, right? Like, obviously it's not physical labor, but it's still a grueling mental drain. And I'm not looking for your pity. I'm not looking for any of that. I just want you guys to know that, like, if you're gonna do it, I really, really urge you to understand what you're getting into on both sides, whether it's Twitch, whether it's YouTube, whether it's something else. Whatever it is, I always wish you guys the best of luck on it. But please know what you're getting into, because it is a lot more than it seems at surface level.
Yeah, when I see like those posts on Reddit in our Twitch, be like, I got 5 viewers today, best day of my life. I'm like, oh boy, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. It's like great. It's like, if it's a hobby, it's great. But if you want to make that your full-time living, it's a totally different story. You know,
tough. Not like playing video games in front of a screen for a couple hours a day is tough, but playing video game every day and then dealing with random shitty human that has no barrier because this is the internet. There's no real barrier for them to go
There's
at
no
you.
punishment.
Ooh, yikes.
There's no punishment for people because of the anonymity of the internet, right?
That's the real work. Like the play game is the easiest part. Is the afterwards. You know, the numbers. It's like doing sales kinda every day.
It
It's
is
just like
you
doing
have to sell
sales, but
yourself as
like
the product.
when the salesperson go home, it's kind of done. But we are at home. There's no done.
There is
the
no
thing.
done. True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you thought of
Alright.
a question you want to ask?
Secret question. I don't know. If you can take a week off and go somewhere, where will you go? And not worry about, oh my God, I'm going to lose 50 viewers.
Is it for
Well-
like because I want to go somewhere and I want to just like enjoy my time, or is it I want to go somewhere that can benefit my future in terms of like because there are a
No,
couple
if you can
places that
just,
I could like take that
Fuck,
vacation.
fuck everything. I want to go here just to chill. Where do you go and why?
One place?
Yeah, I mean,
That's a hard
many
question.
places?
Well, see, the thing is I would want to make it multiple places. That's the problem. But honest to God, I think it would either be Singapore is a really up there option for me because I want to I have a lot of friends in
as a
Singapore.
Vietnamese live in Singapore for 7 years.
I have
That's
a lot
big yikes for me, dog.
I have a lot of friends in Singapore and I want to experience the food. But
The food, oh my God. He really said the food. Oh, it's like I'm going to the USA for the food, bro.
is it
Oh
really
my
that bad?
God.
Have I been debated about what Singapore is
No,
like?
you're getting 6 out of 10 food from every culture when you can go to that culture and get the
I
10 over
see.
10. Yeah.
I see.
It's like, it's not bad, but it's just average. Everything is average because they do it only good enough.
I see.
No
think-
Singaporean be like, I'm proud of my food, man. Food, sick. No Singaporean I've ever seen say that. But anyway,
Okay.
you do you.
Okay, let me
Where you gonna
slightly
go?
change it then. If I were to go somewhere cold, I would like to go to the Swiss Alps and I'd like to go skiing.
Oh, I've never done that before. Is
Yeah,
it
there's a lot of
fun?
snow here. A lot of snow here. It was minus 35 all week. Yeah, it was cold.
Damn. I've never seen minus 35 beside my bank account.
Yeah, if I were to pick somewhere hot or warm, if it's not Singapore, it's probably Japan. Because I would really like to go to Okinawa and see the aquarium. It's the biggest aquarium in the world. And I think it's an incredibly good opportunity to kind of expand my horizons on culture for marine life. And there's also incredibly good food there.
Finally, something that makes sense.
I don't know. I really enjoy things like that. Like when I was younger, I went to Spain and Italy, and I got to learn a lot about the infrastructure there, like the Sistine Chapel and all of the different, and like the Vatican and all that stuff. Like I went on all these tours, and me as a nerdy kid, I loved it. I loved all of it. I loved Romance culture. I loved all of the like architecture involved with everything. I loved the culture involving food and everything, food and wine and fine dining. It's just it's incredible how much there is to learn about the world. But I do think that the main reason I picked Singapore is because I have a lot of friends in Singapore. Like I really want to hang out with like Praha and hang out with like Draco Stas and stuff, and like I've known those guys for years and years. I'd like to hang out with them in person, right?
Now I've met them before, bro. They're boring, bro. Don't worry about it. Fucking boring people. Yikes, bro.
But
What do you,
Japan.
the funny thing about Prague is he summoned a molong in a dessert shop that we spent, and he literally screamed and almost break the second floor of the building. You know, he summoned a molong. Yikes.
Oh, that's so
That's the
funny.
best thing about Prague.
That's a good story. That's a good expose. I'm gonna have to tag him for this video so he can know about that. Oh, it's a good time though. It's a good time. Yeah, I meet Sally too. A lot of people I can meet. It's hard to say though. There's a lot of really cool places, a lot of good reasons too. Like I'd love to go to Germany, for example, meet the CompTOA staff in Germany. They're incredibly cool people. I have a lot of friends who live in Munich, you know, and Berlin and stuff. Like there would just be a lot of cool people to meet anywhere I go. And I guess that's one of the greatest things about streaming too. You kind of create this worldwide community where when you go places, like there's people to meet. There's people to meet in France. There's people to meet in Germany. There's people to meet almost everywhere in the US. You know, I go to Singapore, I go to Vietnam, I go to China, I go to Korea. Like if I wanted to go to Shanghai or if I wanted to, you know, fly up to Hong Kong or something, right? Like there are always people to meet and hang out with all of these places.
Exactly.
And I think that's so
It's
cool.
crazy how a lot of people know us and we don't know anybody, kind of.
Yeah.
Like they know our faces, what we say, what we talk about all the time, but I don't know who you are at all, ever. Kind of thing. It's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Yeah. I feel like I learned a little bit more about you with kind of your journey and everything. But I also feel like I had a pretty good idea because like I said at the beginning of this episode, like we are very similar in the things that have happened to us in our journeys and stuff. I feel like for a lot of what we have done throughout our content creation career, we have not been handed favors. There are very few times where it's like a company or like a couple significant individuals have been like, hey, we're going to hook you up with some sick deals. Like we're going to get you like tons of viewership, or like we're going to hook you up with this brand deal, or we're going to hook you up with this company for this game and stuff like that. Like for the most part, those things have not come to us easy. We have worked really hard for them. And I'm just happy to see that you are doing really well on YouTube, because I remember when you moved back to Vietnam, I remember the first time I saw you stream, like I remember all these times and I just kept thinking, this guy's pretty cool. Like he's funny. I like him. And kind of getting to know you over like a lot better over the last year and a half. It's like, yeah, we really did get fucked a lot. Like, and I mean, just put it bluntly, like we got fucked over a lot and we worked really hard to get where we are. And I'm proud of us. I'm actually very proud of the amount of work we've put into what we've done and what we've created.
Yeah, I'm happy about what I do. It's cool. Instead of like just keep pushing and not really knowing what to do, I push into even more unknown zone of content creation and see what I can do. And it's been interesting. And I can't wait to see what's more, you know, what's after this kind of thing.
One of the big things for me that kind of set me to like, wow, I'm actually like happy with what I'm doing is I remember my dad came back from a business meeting one time and he goes, Tyler, come on. And I was like, okay, what's going on? He's like, here, just sit down. I need to talk to you. I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, is everything okay? And he's just like, I just came back from a business meeting and I told everyone about what you do for work. And everyone was like, that's so cool. And I was like, they said, what? They're like, he makes money playing video games online and people watch him every day. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. It's like TV, but it's live and people actually like it. I was like, wow, my dad's proud of me. This is so cool. Like, I don't know. I feel like with content creation, like there was a while, my parents have never been like, you shouldn't do this, like blah, blah, blah. It's always been like, if you're making it work, make it work. And my dad ran his own business. My mom was a VP in a corporate company for a long time. My mom retired at 46. She worked really hard. And like, she's always been pretty hard on me. Like, if you're going to do something or if you want to make something happen, make it happen. So she's always been a very driving factor for me on that. But to know that like my parents are proud of what I do is incredible. It's an incredible honor to me.
True. My dad just called me all the time. Like, have you quit that YouTube thing, son? That's not good, son. Can you stop playing game? Up until the very last moment I know of him.
Oh, no.
Oh, Pepe hands.
Oh, no.
But anyway, that's very typical Asian dad. Can't blame anyone for that.
Yeah. And my parents are pretty North American in that sense. They've been here for a long time. I don't really have much else I'm curious about right now. I'm sure when I think about it, I'll invite you back for episode whatever we're on, round 2, because I'd love to hear more about you, and I'm sure the people would love to hear more about you. Is there anything else you want to say to anyone who's watching, any of the fans, anyone who's new to either of our channels, anything like that?
No, not really. We're good.
Cool. We good? We good?
Like, comment, subscribe. Except for YouTube,
Like,
that's
comment, subscribe. Yeah. Also, if you guys have suggestions for anyone you want on the series, or if there's any content creators you've talked to about potentially being on the series, let them know. Let them know about what I'm doing. Let them know about the things. Tell them to check it out. Tell everyone to check it out, right? Leave a comment. Tell me to check them out. I'm down. I'd love to have more people on here. More experiences, more content creators, more people, community leaders, all these things, right? I'm going to try my best to get some really cool guests on in the next couple of weeks. I actually have 3 guests lined up that are pretty exciting, but I don't know when I'm able to get them on. But I guarantee you one of those episodes will be absolutely awesome and people will love it.
gonna work.
Also, as
I
a
don't know.
classic,
He has never done collab with anybody.
as a classic, because I always do this whenever Sean and I collab, because it's a meme at this point, I'm giving away one of these.
Tish. Oh shit, that's a heavy.
1 Devilmon, 1
healthy
LD,
scroll, bro.
1,000 crystals. So all you got to do,
That's a Gianna right there.
all you got to do,
It's like, comment, subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe. There'll be a Gleam link below in the description. Check it out. And I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for joining us. This was episode 3 of Experience Gain here with my boy, SeanB.
Peace.